Have you ever sat down to work or just unwind, only to feel like your laptop is holding you back? Maybe it's sluggish when you have 10 browser tabs open. Maybe the screen looks dull, even in a well-lit room. Or maybe it just feels too heavy to toss in your bag and go. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But what if there was a laptop that could keep up with your busiest days, look stunning while doing it, and still slip effortlessly into your daily routine? Enter the Samsung 14-inch Galaxy Book6 U5, a machine that's not just built for productivity, but designed to feel like an extension of you. Let's be honest, the modern laptop market is flooded with options. There are ultrabooks that sacrifice power for portability, gaming rigs that are overkill for everyday use, and budget models that cut corners where it matters most. But what if you need both performance and elegance? What if you want a machine that doesn't just work hard, but good doing it? That's the gap the Galaxy Book6 U5 aims to fill. And today, we're putting it through its paces to see if it delivers. Right out of the box, the Galaxy Book6 U5 makes a strong first impression. It's wrapped in a sleek gray aluminum chassis that feels premium without being ostentatious. At just 287 pounds, it's light enough to carry all day, yet sturdy enough to handle the occasional bump in your bag. The hinge is smooth, the lid closes with a satisfying, and the overall build quality screams, this isn't some flimsy consumer-grade laptop. The keyboard is a standout, symmetrical, well-spaced keys with a subtle tactile feedback that makes typing feel almost effortless. Even after hours of use, my wrist didn't scream for mercy. The touchpad is large, responsive, and supports Windows precision gestures, which is a small but crucial detail for anyone who values precision. And let's talk about the display. A 14-inch Full HD Plus panel with a 60 Hz refresh rate and 350 nits of peak brightness. Colors are vibrant, whites are crisp, and blacks are deep enough for binge-watching your favorite shows. It's not a 120 Hz gaming screen, but for productivity, media, and general use, it's more than enough, and it won't drain your battery trying to keep up. Now, let's dive into what really sets this laptop apart: the hardware. At its heart is the Intel Core Ultra 5 325 processor, part of Intel's latest Meteor Lake lineup. This isn't some old-school CPU. It's built with a dedicated AI engine, the Intel NPU, which handles tasks like background noise suppression, real-time translation, and even smart photo editing without breaking a sweat. In real-world testing, the Galaxy Book6 U5 breezed through everyday tasks, opening multiple Chrome tabs, running Spotify in the background, and editing a 4K video in Premiere Rush, all without a single stutter. The 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes SSD combo ensures smooth multitasking and fast load times, whether you're switching between apps or launching heavy software. And the battery? Samsung claims up to 18 hours of real-world use, and in my testing, I got around 14 to 15 hours with moderate use. Solid, but not quite the marathon figure some competitors boast. Still, it's more than enough to get you through a full workday without hunting for an outlet. Audio is another area where this laptop shines. The Dolby Atmos tuned speakers deliver rich, immersive sound that fills a small room. Bass isn't thunderous, but mids and highs are clear and well-balanced, making it great for music, movies, and even light gaming. It's not a replacement for a dedicated sound system, but for a laptop, it's exceptional. Connectivity is solid too, with 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, a USB-A, and HDMI 2.1, and a microSD card reader. So you're covered whether you're plugging in a monitor, transferring files, or connecting peripherals. But no laptop is perfect, and the Galaxy Book6 U5 has a few trade-offs. The 60 Hz display, while fine for most users, might feel limiting for creative professionals or gamers who crave smoother visuals. The webcam is 1080p, which is decent, but in low light, it struggles to compete with higher-end models. And while the speakers are great, they're not quite as punchy as some ultrabooks with larger drivers. Battery life is solid, but not class-leading. If you're a heavy user, you might still need to carry a charger. Also, Samsung's software ecosystem can feel a bit bloated with pre-installed apps. though most are easy to uninstall if you prefer a cleaner experience. So how does this stack up against the competition? Let's compare it to two popular alternatives. First, the Dell XPS 13. Both are premium ultrabooks with similar specs, but the XPS 13 edges out the Galaxy Book 6 in display quality with its 3.5K OLED option and slightly better build materials. However, the Galaxy Book 6 makes up for it with better speakers, a more comfortable keyboard, and a lower price point. Next, the MacBook Air M2. Apple's offering has superior battery life, a more refined ecosystem, and industry-leading efficiency. But the Galaxy Book 6 counters with Windows flexibility, Thunderbolt 4 ports, and a more affordable entry price. If you're deep in the Apple ecosystem, the MacBook Air is still king. But if you want a Windows machine that punches above its weight in performance and design, the Galaxy Book 6 is a compelling choice. After weeks of real-world testing, from drafting reports to editing photos, streaming shows to gaming in my downtime, I'm confident in saying this. The Samsung Galaxy Book6 U5 is a fantastic all-rounder. It's not the absolute best in any single category, but it's good at almost everything. The performance is snappy, the design is sleek and functional, the display is bright and colorful, and the audio is a pleasant surprise. It's the kind of laptop that disappears into the background, letting you focus on what matters instead of fighting with your hardware. If you're in the market for a new laptop that balances power, portability, and style without breaking the bank, the Galaxy Book6 U5 deserves a spot on your shortlist. It's backed by a solid 2-year warranty. Samsung's customer support is responsive, and the overall value is hard to beat. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who wants a reliable machine that won't slow you down, this laptop delivers. Ready to upgrade your workflow? The Samsung Galaxy Book6 U5 is waiting, and it might just be the productivity partner you've been looking for.